Howdy folks, Cal Kellogg here. Last night I spent the evening going through all my trout fishing stuff. I took all the summer pattern stuff out of my tackle box and out of my backpack, and I replaced it with my fall pattern stuff. And that's when I realized that I use dodgers very differently in the summer than I do in the fall. Here's the difference. In the summer, I like to use big, hard thumping, flash emitting blades like this 6-inch UV pattern sling blade to pull fish into my spread. Typically at that time of the year, I'm fishing for suspended kings and suspended trout that are holding around, big clouds of bait fish and big open water impoundments. I need to pull those fish in by imitating the sound of feeding fish, and then they'll see my spoon trailing this blade and it's fish on. I'm not using this dodger to add action to the bait, I'm using it to pull fish in from a distance. In the fall, things are very different. Trout are typically up top, they're looking to feed. I don't need to pull them into the spread. I know where they're at. They're up in the top, 10 to 15 feet of the water column, but I still use dodgers, but I use them to add action to my presentation. And I'm primarily talking about threaded worms or grubs. Those are the two things that I reach for first when the bite turns tough and I can't catch fish, fast trolling spoons or fast trolling plugs. I like to get out those worms, get out those grubs, and get out my small dodgers. I like to run a 3.5-inch gold sidewinder. These have proven to be absolutely deadly over the past year. Put a piece of threaded worm behind that, troll this thing at about 1 to 1.5 miles an hour, and it is a day saver. And my old reliable for years has been a Seps Strike Master. I use it the same way. I put a grub or part of a threaded worm, 10 to 12 inches behind it, troll it from 1 to 1.5 miles an hour. When those trout are in a funk, you could save your day with these. And the fact of the matter is, I've been out a lot of times when I couldn't get hit on my spoons, I couldn't get hit on my plugs, and I absolutely mopped them up using these two blades with a piece of worm trailing behind them. So that's a fall trout tip. If you find yourself out there, you're in a tough bite, bust out the small, slow speed dodgers, put a piece of worm behind them, put one of my grubs behind them, and get ready to yell fish on. And save those big 6-inch dodgers for, the big open water lakes when the fish are suspended, when they're feeding around big schools of bait and you got to pull those fish in from a distance. If you're looking for some great slow speed dodgers, go to the Fish Hunt Shoot store and check out our supply of Diamondbacks and Sidewinders. They're great slow speed blades. They're great for teaming with, stuff like my shad tubes, my grubs, threaded worms, stuff like that. Anyway, check out our store. There's a lot of cool stuff up there. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button now, and I will catch you next time right here on YouTube. Thanks for all the support, guys. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have a Fish Hunt Shoot YouTube channel. Hope you catch some fish this week. We are in the midst of the fall excitement, whether you're going to target stripers or trout or whatever. Anyway, I'll see you out on the water, folks. I'm Cal Kellogg, and I'm signing off.